Hi. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my live session. You're much welcome. You're much welcome to this live session. Feel at home, feel at home, feel at home. Welcome. Karibu sana. You are welcome. My name is Ini. Yes, my name is Ini, and this space is called Parenting with Ini. So, Parenting with Ini is basically an exclusively parenting channel where we just talk about parenting related conversations and topics and all of that. So, if that's something that you are so happy with and you would like to be a part of, then you are at the right place. Okay, so that is what Parenting with Ini is all about. My name is Ini. Like I've already said, I am a child care specialist. I'm also a consultant when it comes to child care, parenting, and all of those. So you're welcome to my live session. So I try to have live sessions every Monday to Friday from 9 p.m. East African time. Okay, so that's why we are here. Just in case you're wondering what is going on here, what's happening here. That's why you're here. So the live sessions just addresses different parenting conversations. Okay, yes. So you're much welcome, and also you get a chance to ask me any parenting question that probably you would like to hear another person's view on. I am here to answer. You get to ask me right here on this live session for free, and I would be so glad to give you my own view regarding that particular question or conversations or clarification and all of that. So anyway, welcome to my live session. Today, guys, I'm feeling a little bit exhausted. I've had a very full day. I don't want to say a long day. I've had a full day. So I'm feeling a little bit exhausted, but I had to come in here. As long as there was nothing that hindered me from being here, I had to be here. So maybe we could have a conversation for like 30 minutes or so, and then maybe we can call it a night. So, how are you? So, if you are here, how are you? I hope you're doing well. How was your day? Happy new month. We are officially in the month of April. Yes. We are in the month of April. Who else is excited for this month of April? The month of April is a blessed month. It's a beautiful month. It has great things, in store. And I pray, and it's my prayer that each and every one of us, you and I, we will tap into the beautiful part of this month, the blessed part of this month of April, in Jesus' name. Amen. Say amen. Say amen. All right. So, yeah. So, how are you? How has your day been? How has your month? How has your month started? Like, how is it getting on so far? How are you? I hope you had a beautiful month. If you don't mind, you can tell us in the chat section, how your day has been today. But I'm so glad to have you in this live session. So in this space, we have 3 rules. Yes, we have rules in this house. Rule number one, please, if you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, that's the very first thing you need to do, especially if you love parenting contents, because Parenting with Ini is exclusively a parenting channel. Okay, it's exclusively a parenting channel. So if you love parenting content and you're here and you've not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly please do so. Just click on that subscribe button and be part of this amazing family. Number 2 rule. Number 2 rule, like the video. Yes, as you come into this live session, just like the live session, like this video, okay? Like it, so that at least I get to know that I'm not speaking to nobody. I'm speaking to people. Okay, so like the video. Number 3 rule, say hi, leave a comment, like get engaged in the chat section. I love the chat section to be very engaging. I want to see people talking. I want to see people asking questions. I want to see people saying hi. I want to see us engaging. I don't want to talk alone. I mean, I'm here for us to interact. Okay, that's why I'm here. That's why I don't mind spending, a few minutes of my day to just come in here and talk to fellow parents. Let's interact. Let's keep the comment section lively. Okay, interact, ask questions, say something, or even just say hi. As simple as hi, I will appreciate. So those are the 3 rules in this space. So I would really appreciate if you can keep the rule kicking, right? Okay, so that is it. So now that we've introduced ourselves and now we have already set the rules, Can we, let me see. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, so um what's going on? Let me see. Just a moment. I want to see the chat section. So we have Yoni. Yoni is saying hi. Hi, Yoni. Thank you so much for joining into my live session. I really, really appreciate. I also have Aaron Moore. We're saying, please help. He's doing it again. Damn it. Okay, so what's the problem? What's the issue? You could just share here. Then maybe we can see how we can help you if we are able to. All right, but thank you for joining into the live session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, all right, all right. So I think we can start the conversation, can get the conversation going. Yeah. All right. So today I actually want to speak about culture. Yes, I want to speak about culture. And my question to us is, do we teach our children, or do you find it important to teach your child culture? Do you find it important to teach your child culture? Your culture. Does your child even know your culture? Does your child know your culture, or your child is just floating, does your child know your culture? I think that's the conversation I would like to have with us today. So yes, so I hope it will be a good conversation. All right, so Nixon is saying hi. Hi, Nixon. Thank you so much for joining in my live session. I really, really appreciate. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. Yoni is asking, how are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing great. I've had a full day. I think I already mentioned that in the beginning. I've had a very full day today, so I'm feeling a little bit exhausted, but I am doing well and I am grateful. I thank God for the new month. Yes, I thank God for the new month. Okay. Yeah. All right. Um, so let's get into the conversation. Let's get into the conversation. Oh, Yoni is saying, I don't have a child yet, but I didn't really learn about my culture, sadly. Yeah, I can imagine. Sorry about that. So actually, that's why I actually feel like this conversation is very important. So something happened today. Today was a cultural day in my children's school. Yeah, I think that's actually how I came about this conversation or this topic. Today was a cultural day in my children's school. And the instruction was we should dress our children in a cultural outfit. Okay, we should dress them up in a cultural outfit. If you don't have a cultural outfit, you can just wear dress the children in a jean and in a t-shirt. I can tell you for sure. Okay, for me, I tried to make sure my children were dressed culturally, like in their cultural outfits, whatever we had available. But I think for me, the surprise was when I went to drop them in school, I discovered that like 80% of the children that I found there were dressed in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. And I just couldn't help but ask myself, what's going on in this generation? Like, what is happening? This is Africa. I mean, we are in Africa. Why are we dressing the children in jean and t-shirt? Like, don't we have culture anymore? What's going on in our culture? Like, what's happening? What's going on? I was honestly to be honest, I was very disappointed. I was honestly very disappointed at parents, at the parents of those children. I felt so disappointed. Like, I was like, what do you mean? Like, what are you trying to say? You don't have a culture? What are you trying to say? You don't know your culture? What are you trying to say? This child is not African, or what? Or what are we saying? Okay, what are we trying to say? Okay, what's the message we're trying to pass on? That we no longer have culture, or we don't care about our culture. In fact, there was even some children who were dressed in the school uniform on a cultural day. Like, I'm wondering, this child doesn't have any cultural outfit, yeah, or even anything African. I mean, to just dress the child in. Like, why put on jean and t-shirts? Like, why put on uniform on a special day as a cultural day? And I couldn't help but remember our days where we would have such cultural day. I'm telling you, if you are not dressed in your cultural outfit, you will feel out of place. You will feel out of place. Like, you have to dress culturally. I mean, it used to be an exciting day because you get to showcase your culture. You'll be well beaded, you'll be well dressed, you put on, like, it used to be a beautiful ceremony, a beautiful event in school, it used to be so exciting because you see other children, you'll be so looking forward to seeing other children, how they're dressed, which culture are they representing and all of that. At times, you don't really have to be from that particular culture, but you can represent that culture. Okay, so you like their outfit, you like the way they dress. So maybe that day when it is a cultural day in school, you want to represent that culture through your outfit. Okay, so you dress like them, but basically you have to wear something cultural. You don't just show up. So, but today I was so shocked. I was like, are we still in Africa or what is happening? Because I was like, what is going on? Jean, jean t-shirts, like how in Africa? No, we are not doing that. We're not doing that. We have to dress culturally. And I thank God I dressed my children up culturally, but I was so disappointed when I saw like 80% of the school population, like the children there, were dressed in jean and t-shirt. I felt really disappointed. And that kept me wondering, we are losing our culture as Africans. We are losing our culture, and that is not right. In fact, you could see how my children looked as if they were standing out because everyone was just looking at them, and I'm like, it should be the other way around. Like, we should be looking at the people wearing t-shirt and jean weirdly, not looking at people dressed culturally as if they've just dropped down from the moon or something, like they were being looked at weirdly, and then now, of course, those comments of wow, you look good, and there were so few of them in their class that were dressed culturally. The rest, t-shirt, jean, pair of jean trouser, and some of them, few of them, uniforms. Like, are we serious as Africans? Okay, Yoni is saying, I always wanted to learn my culture, but my parents were always too busy to teach me, and I didn't go to a school that was my culture. And you felt so out of place. Can imagine. Yeah, that must have been really, really tough, really tough. Sorry about that, Yoni. Yeah. So, but for me, fortunately, I went to a school where we used to, okay, the way they used to appreciate culture was having events like, okay. So the way they used to appreciate culture was, for them, having a particular day where they celebrate culture. Like, they used to call it Cultural Day. So Cultural Day, you're supposed to be dressed in your cultural outfit, and then you come and they will have events that promotes and encourages or appreciate culture, maybe play songs that resonate with people's culture. And so that's the only way I remember my school would give us opportunity to appreciate and showcase our culture. So even if we are not so, like, so much big on our culture, but having a day that you spare for these children to get to know even culture, or get to appreciate their culture, I think is very important. And that's what this school did. Okay, today, that's what this school did today. But then I felt like the parents did not understand the assignment. Because what culture are we representing when we put on t-shirt and a jean? What culture are we representing? I feel like we need to do better. We need to teach these children. And let me tell you, they even told us that as you dress your children up for the cultural day, try to tell them things about your culture, like your food, your cultural food, cultural attire, your language, and all of that. Have that conversation. I don't know whether many parents really sit down to have such conversations with their children, because I feel like it's very important. Does your children even know where they come from? Or you've just told them, like, they come from where where they are currently living? I don't think there's anything wrong letting your children know where they come from, where their root is. If let them know their village, let them know where they come from. Just tell them. You may not probably be in a position to take them there, but tell them where they come from. It's important for them to know. It's important for them to know that they are from this particular community. They are from this particular community. I don't think we should lose that. I think we should maintain that. Let the children know where they come from. Number two, does your children even know any of your cultural food? Or we are all nowadays eating, English kind of food? Does your children know the kind of food people eat in back at home, like in their culture? Do they know any cultural food? Or all you're giving them is salad? I mean, salad is good, don't get me wrong, but do they know their cultural food? Do you cook their cultural food for them to eat, for them to taste? They may not like it, but at least they have tasted it. So that even if they're out there and they're interacting with their fellow friends or peers, about culture, I can say, oh yeah, I've actually tasted that food. I liked it or I didn't like it. But you're not even giving them the opportunity to even taste, to even know what it looks like, what their cultural food even looks like. I think that is wrong. We are not getting it right as parents. Okay, so for those of you who do not actually have children yet, but you are desiring to have children, then you are at a better place, because please, you need to teach your children their culture. Teach them about your culture. Let them get to know where you come from as a father, where you come from as a mother. Let them get to know. Do they know their cultural food? Have you tried cooking it once? Even if you don't know how to cook it, have you tried buying it so that at least they can taste it? Okay? Or if you are privileged to take them to your village or where you come from, so that they can at least have a taste of some of this food, I think it is going to be very important. Number 3, do they even know how people dress in their culture? Or have we brainwashed our children so much to believe that wearing crop tops, wearing jeans, wearing all those kinds of English looking clothes is how people dress? Like, that is all about our dressing. That is all about dressing when it comes to us. I think it's important. I'm not saying it's wrong to put on jeans and crop tops, and yeah, you have freedom to dress the way you want, or to dress your children the way they want. But I'm telling you, they need to know their cultural outfits. They need to know how people are dressed in their culture. Let them see it. Even if you cannot take them to where they come from for one or two reasons, or whatever reason it is, you can even download a photo. Let them see how people are dressed in their culture. I mean, that's the least you can do. You can show them in photo. You can even, nowadays, if you go on social media, all these things are there on social media. You can actually just, search for a video of people from your culture and let them watch, so that they can get to see how people behave or how people are dressed in your culture. Okay, which is actually now their culture, right? Let them see it. And if you can even go an extra mile to actually purchase some of these outfits for them, then the best, the best, the best, the best, the best, so that they can also have, because this is their community, this is where they belong to. Okay, so if you are denying your children from getting to know their culture, then I think we are not doing them right. We are not doing them right. Okay, yes, so let them get to know how people are dressed in their culture, the kind of food people eat in their culture. Do they even know the language? Do they know your language? Like, that's a question I'm asking you as a parent. Does your child know your language? Do they know anything, even if it's just one word in your language? Do they know? They don't know. Do they even know you have a language? Or all we teach our children is English? Do they know that you have a language? Do they know you have a native language? Do they know? And even when they know it, do they even know what it is called? Do they know what it is called? Your language, your native language, do your children know what it is called? And if they know what it's called, do they know even a word about your culture, about your language? Can they speak your language? Or can they even hear it when someone speaks it? Those are the kind of questions that we need to ask ourselves. Yoni is saying, once I had to wear a cultural cloth, but my parents said, not this year. And I felt so out of place that day, and people kept looking at me, and I felt so sad, and then I started crying. But now I really want to try to learn my culture now. Oh, sorry about that, Yoni. Sorry about that. Sorry. I think we need to normalize, appreciating our culture. We shouldn't be feeling weird expressing our culture, by the way. Like for me, I was telling you, like today, when I took my children to school for their cultural day, they were actually looked at very weirdly, they were looked at very weirdly, and people were just looking at them as if, where this one's coming out from, and it's at some point you can even feel embarrassed, because you're just expressing your culture in an environment where people don't appreciate culture. It makes it look weird, yet it's not supposed to be that way. It's actually supposed to be our norm, like our way of life, that once in a while we express our culture. If not even once in a while, we always express our culture and make it normal for our culture to be expressed. Okay. Then we have here Rami saying, hi Rami, thank you for joining into my live session. I really appreciate. I hate this. What do you hate? Let me know what you hate. Anyway, so we're talking about culture. We're talking about why it is important for us to let our children know our culture. We may be living in, a foreign land. We may be living in an English environment and all of that, but it's still important for us to have conversations around our culture, and if possible, allow and embrace our children to express this culture through their dressing. I mean, it doesn't have to be a daily thing, but once in a while, let them dress in their culture. It's very important, especially like now, for maybe you have a school going child and the school is saying today they've declared a day to be a cultural day. Let the child be dressed in their cultural outfit. It's very important. Let's learn to teach our children our language. Let them get to know our language. Let them get to interact in our language as well, even if it is just one word that they can say in your language or they can understand in your language. The good thing with the children we have nowadays is they learn so fast. They pick conversations so fast. They are very quick. They are very fast. They are fast learners. So if you teach them, they will understand, they will get it very fast. Okay, so try and teach them one word, two words. Let them get to know something, about your culture, about your language. Do they even know any of your cultural food, or we're just eating English food and all of that? Does your child or do your children actually know any of your cultural food? You may not know how to cook it, but at least you can probably buy it for them to have a taste. You can probably put up you search it on social media, put the video, let them see how it's being prepared, let them see how it looks like, and tell them what it is called. Like, let's normalize having cultural conversations with our children. Okay, let's normalize having cultural conversations with our children. It's important for them to also have to know their identity, to know where they come from, to know their roots, where they come from when it comes to a locality. Okay, let's not lock them in the estates. Let's not lock them in, away from where they come from. It's important to have these conversations with our children. Teach them your language. Let them get to know how people are dressed in your culture. Let them get to know, the food that people eat and the history. If you can even have some of those historical conversations with your children, it's very beautiful. I mean, let's normalize storytelling with our children. How many parents nowadays do sit down to tell stories to their children? Like, you tell them real good stories from your culture, stories, your cultural stories. Do you tell them, or we are telling them Tom and Jerry story, like we're telling them cartoon stories? Is that what we're telling our children nowadays? What happens to those olden days tales? What happens to those olden days stories? What happened when you were growing up? You need to tell them how things used to be when you were growing up, when you were their age, how you used to do things those days, and all those kind of stories. Those are the things that are exciting our children, not Tom and Jerry. I don't have any problem with cartoons, but cartoons time, let's keep cartoons time to be cartoons time. When it comes to telling them stories, create time. Teach your story, tell your children stories. Tell them stories about your village, about your culture. Maybe you didn't grow up in your village, but at least you know something about your culture. That is the story they want to hear. So please, teach them about your culture. Teach them about your culture. It is very important. They need to hear from you. I mean, of course, when they grow up, they can do more research. They can research. Like now, Yoni, all hope is not lost. You can still research about your culture. You just need to know where you come from. You just need to know the name of your your village, of where you come from. Then you can now research about it. You can get to know one or two about it. If you can actually even visit your village, just to pay a visit, spend a few days there and get to see what's happening there, and and all of that. Then you won't be totally left out. So all hope is not lost, Yoni. That's just to encourage you. Of course, in today's age, we can always learn these things on social media, but imagine your child learning it from you, okay? At least had learning the basics from you. And then now as they grow up, they can do research, more research for themselves if they have interest in getting to know more about their culture. But do your part by teaching them. Do your part by letting them understand. Do your part by letting them know what happens in their culture, who they are, what village do they come from. Like today, my children were telling me that it got to a point, part of the during the event, part of the agendas of the event, or yeah, the activities, sorry, of the day was actually everybody was now divided into their different cultures. Okay, so if you come from this particular culture, they were grouped together. If you come from this particular, they were grouped together. So imagine if I never had that conversation with my children, they would not even know where to go to. They wouldn't even know where to go to. But because I already had such conversations with them, at least telling them the basics, like even the name of where they come from, it was easy for them to also, join the others who are also from that particular culture, for them to, and then that sense of feeling belonged, that sense of feeling, like you belong to a community, like this is actually where you come from. That reality starts hitting them. Okay. Yes. So for me, I appreciate culture, especially if the culture or whatever it is in that culture is not against, my godly beliefs. I totally appreciate it. Okay. I appreciate something like my culture, something as basic and as simple as my language, our sense of dressing, our food, and all of that. I really appreciate such things, and I like to identify, myself with such, because that's something that gives you some sense of identity. That's not what gives you your full identity, but it's part of things that you get to know in this life that makes you feel like you belong somewhere, you belong to a particular community, and all of that. So for me, culture, so those basics, I really, really appreciate them, and I try to be a part of it. If you're able to travel to your culture, to your village, to see how people are there, visit the markets in the village, see how houses are built there, and the activities that goes on there, then that will be a bonus, that will be a plus. Please travel, please get to see. If you can go with the children, please do. Let them get to interact with where they come from, with the people that that are from the same community with them. All right. So yeah, so that's actually pretty much what I wanted to share today. Yeah, do we teach our children our culture? As basic as it can be. Let's start from there. Yeah, let's start from there. At least tell them where they come from. Tell them the name of their village. Tell them the name of their culture. What are the people who come from their same community called? What are they called? Let your child know what they are called. Number two, teach them the basics as like food. What kind of food do people eat? In that culture, what kind of food do people eat? What do people like eating? How is it prepared? If you can cook it, please show them. If you can cook it and let them test it. If you can't cook it and you can buy it, please do. If you can't do either of that, you can at least allow them to watch a video that shows the kind of food people eat in their culture and how the food looks like, and then you tell them the name so that they get to know. Okay, yeah. Teach them even something as basic as how how people dress in that culture. Okay, teach them how people are dressed in that culture. How is the dressing of your culture? Let your children know that. It's very, very important. Okay, yeah. So the basics about our culture, please let's teach our children. And maybe if you come from a different culture from your spouse, don't teach the children one culture and leave out the other culture. Let them learn both culture. It's very important for them, because yes, if both of you are from different cultures, that means even those children are a part of those two cultures as well. So let them get to interact with the two cultures. Let them get to interact with it. Teach them, at least teach them the basics of those cultures. Let them get to know how things are done and how people are behaved, in such a community, so that they can, understand and they can feel like a part of it. Okay, don't keep it away from them. And even in the country where you live in, does your child even know the name of your president? Let's even start from there. Does your child even know the name of the president where the country where you live in? Or they're just living? They don't know anything. They don't know who their president is. They don't know who their governor is. They don't know anything. They don't even know the name of the country where they live in. They're just there. I think it's high time as parents we take these things very seriously. Let's teach our children our environment. It's very important. Teach them their environment. Let them know where they are even living in. Let them know the name of the president. Let them know the name of their governor. Let them know the name of their village. Let them know the name of their cultural food. Let them know a bit about their language, if not everything that they can know. Let them know at least the bit, the basics, okay? Let them know how people are dressed in that culture. Let them know. And if you can even buy the cultural outfit for them, that will be perfect. And when they go to school and there are events like cultural day, the school have kind of set aside a day to be cultural day. Please let your child participate fully. Let your child participate fully in such events. It's very good for them. School nowadays is not all about going reading, writing, and that is it. These extracurricular activities helps their children to gel into the community where they are in. So let them participate. If the school is saying today is a cultural day, please make it cultural day even for them. Dress them up culturally. Let them showcase their culture. Let them get to appreciate and learn one or two about their culture. If the school is saying today is sports day, let your child interact with the sports day. At least the least you can do is dress them in a sporty outfit. Let them go there. Let them also do one or two sports. It's important for them. If the school is saying today is homemaking day, like a day where we just learn about the kitchen things and house homekeeping and all of that, don't keep your child at home. Let them go. Let them learn. Let them learn about those things. Okay, so when a school is putting up some of these activities, as long as it is not dangerous for your child, please let them also interact with these things. It is for their own good. It's for their own benefit. Okay, maybe the school has said today is professional day, like a day where you showcase the profession where you would like to, what you would like to be when you grow up. Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be a nurse? Do you want to be a pilot? Whatever you would like to be when you grow up, dress like them, dress like that profession. Don't undermine those kind of activities. Let your child participate in those things. Don't lock them out of it. Let them participate. The best you can do is provide to them, provide the requirements that they need. Let them go and participate and have fun and enjoy those activities. That is part of parenting. That is part of their milestones. That's part of their growing. So do not deny them those opportunities. Do not look down on those activities. Let your child participate to the best of your ability, and that will be good for them. All right, so that is it for today's conversation. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. What do you think about our conversation today? Do you think it was helpful? Do you think it was educative? Was it impactful? Do you have any question? I'll just wait here for a minute or so just to see if there's any question, and then now we can call it an evening. Okay, so if you have any question you can ask now. I'll really appreciate. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like such content, if you like parenting content and you've not subscribed. Check right now, have you subscribed? If you've not, please do so. Just subscribe. Okay, it's very, very important that you subscribe so that you can also be a part of this amazing family. Also like the video. At least that's the least you can do, just liking this particular video. And say hi if you're there and you've not said hi already. Say hi. If you have a question, please drop in the chat section. I would love to respond to you. So yes, so if you're just joining in, my name is Ini. I am a child care specialist. I'm also a parenting consultant. So maybe you need someone you would like to have a one-on-one consultation with, just to share probably that particular question that you would like to hear someone else's view on, you can always reach out to me. I'll be so happy to be of help. Okay, and this space is called Parenting with Ini. Here we have exclusively parenting content. Okay, so if you are a parent or you are desiring to be a parent someday, then this space will definitely serve you right. So subscribe and be part of this. I try I want to use the word I try. I try to have a live session every day, Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. East African time. So if you are available and you would love to, to join me having some of these conversations, parenting conversations, then please make your way here, 9 p.m. East African time. I'll be so happy to have you join my live sessions. Let's have some conversations. Let's unwind. Let's vent as parents. Let's talk about how our day has been, and that will be so beautiful. So thank you so much for every one of you who has joined my live session today. I see you and I appreciate you. Thank you so, so much for joining in. And for that one person who liked my video, I really appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you for liking the video. At least I can now say that at least I have not been talking alone. And there's at least someone who feels blessed by today's conversation. So thank you for liking this video, and for every one of you who left a comment, who has commented on my video today, on my chat today, I really, really appreciate you. I'll just run through your name just to say thank you to you. I can see Aaron Mall. Thank you, Aaron, for joining in, for saying hi. I can see Yoni. I can see Nixon. I can see, okay, who else? I can see Rami. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for joining in into my live session. I really appreciate. God bless you. Allow me to end the video today. And before I end, let me just say a prayer. God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for every parent here, O King of Glory. May you continue to give us the wisdom, understanding, O King of Glory, to continue to raise and parent our children in the ways that honors and glorifies your name. And I pray for anyone desiring to have a child, that Lord, you will bless them with their own children, O King of Glory, all for the glory and honor of your name. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you guys for joining in today's live session. I'll see you by God's grace tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. East African time. Bye and good night.